This reading is for people who used to use self-deprecation as a mask, as a way to fit in, even though it wasn't their natural form of being. It was the way that you learned how to be accepted through groups of other people. This reading is also for people who listen to Khruangbin. So, the energy I'm picking up on here is that you are the kind of person that hops from thing to person to job to who your identity is. You're constantly going back and forth between, and you are I feel like you just are so free to explore all the different versions of yourself. Like, I really do feel like you don't feel bound to any one singular identity. You feel really comfortable just exploring life. I feel like you don't feel limited to the ways in which you think you're supposed to live. Like, you don't really identify with that. I feel like you actually have quite a bit of ease of letting things fall out of your life and creating something new with what you do still have here. And then with the Ace of Pentacles, this was the first card I pulled. That to me seems like it's really easy for you. I feel like you might be the type of person that career hops a lot or job switches quite a bit. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and it's interesting because a lot of people say not to do that, but you have a lot of good luck in that area. You might have a lot of Jupiter influence in your chart, but it's this energy of you do things people think you can't do all the time. Like, the things you accomplish, people are like, that's impossible. How do you do that? Like, in a bad job market, like, you still get the job you want. Or you create your own business. There's this energy of like, you're like, well, yeah, that might be how it works for you, but that's not how it works for me. And the reason this happens is because of your belief system. You're like, no, I know I can do it. I know what's meant to be mine will be mine when it needs to. And you trust in that process. So I'm picking up on this energy of you just kind of like floating and coasting right now, which is really cool. What is this transformation? Because I was picking up on like, I feel like you use self-deprecation as this like way to get other people to like you, because there's always this energy of you maybe being on the outskirts or not feeling like you really fit in with a lot of people here. And it's almost like you rejected yourself before others could reject you is the pattern. And so there's this energy of you trying to learn how to let go of that. You're like, wow, talking positively about myself and actually being confident feels so foreign, because I have literally trained myself to unidentify with that, or like to be self-deprecating, because there was some kind of belief system you had where you thought being confident was bad. You thought that like you needed to be self-deprecating or humble. You thought of it as like humble so that others would like you. And so you're like, your identity is being split right now is what they're showing me, where you're like, part of you's like, well, that's my natural flow, that's my natural rhythm, and you have to like actively fight against it to be more openly yourself. And when you are yourself, you're in this harmony, you're in this energy of like, everybody can get along. It's giving Libra placements, honestly. And they're also saying Capricorn too, because I pulled the Devil as well. We have the Chariot, and then we have the Eight of Swords here. So it's so interesting because I feel like you're so close to feeling absolutely free and like unburdened by life, but the identity that you have built around yourself keeps you restrained. And you're learning how to let go of this. You're learning how to let go of the self-limiting beliefs that were put onto you by others and by yourself, because that is what helped get you to where you are now. That is what helped keep you alive. But I do see this quickly shifting away for you. What is this energy we're moving into, Spirit? I feel like you have this fear that if you fully embody the person you know you are, that you will be left out, that you will be ostracized, because you know that feeling of ostracization. That's a really hard word for me to say. Because that's where you were before you learned these identities that you grabbed onto, right? We have the Queen of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and then the Eight of Cups. So it's almost like you have this sense or this understanding that when you fully stand in your power, you know other people, it's not going to sit well with maybe some people you're close to. But I want you to ask yourself, do you really want to be close to people who benefit from you playing small? That's what I thought. So I hope this message helped. You got this. Keep going. I love you. Bye.